So I'm pretty sure we all know Drake.
I might be too strung out on compliments, overdosed on confidence, started not to give a fuck and stop fearing the consequences.
He's the most influential rapper of our generation. He's versatile, has a lot of influence on new artists, and dominates the streaming era. And since he has his own hit-making formula, I studied it, and today I'm going to show you one simple technique that makes your samples so much better, and I'm going to show you how to make perfect samples for Drake. But first of all, the melody in Drake's style sounded like this. And the one thing that makes Drake's music so good is basically the simple sound selection. So as you can hear out of this interview right here,
instead of simply going for the bang pow wow factor, we explored all kinds of things in the arrangements. We were making music in a very different way.
it's basically confirmed that Drake picks like more complex beats, then takes out like a lot of the stuff that isn't really needed, and then basically just calls it a day, records over it and releases it. And that is what I did for this example right here. So as you can see right here, I have 1, 2, 3, and 4 melodic sounds in the sample, and I just have these drums and this vinyl right here just for the background to make the sample a little bit more full without like adding melodic sequences. And I will just start with the synth, which as you can see, it's really simple, and we are in a D sharp minor harmonic scale and in 111 BPM. And as you can see right here, I first laid down this D sharp minor chord and this D diminished chord, and then I just added this B and this A sharp and then just copied it over. So it's like a really simple pattern, but that's what I told y'all. Drake loves to pick like simple beats, so I kept it like really simple. And I have these 4 notes right here just to transition into the next 8 bars again. And for this synth, I used a dusty old synth out of the FRAC 2 Contact Bank, which is really fire. It's from That's Right, and I randomized the velocities and it sounds like this. And for the effects, which really proves my point, I have this synth warmer with these settings right here, and basically just a simple EQ where I just cut out some of the lows and ducked some of the frequencies that were too harsh. And one thing that's really important as well when you want to make samples in the style of Drake, don't let every sound play through the sample all the time. Have some sections where like the sample can breathe, I would say, and then bring in these sounds when nobody really expects them or when it just makes sense. So basically transition from 4 bars into another 4 bars. And that's what I did with this Sounds Like This up, and I had it on order U and then on order D, and I rendered out both versions. But as you can see, this is the simple chord I have right there, which is basically this D sharp minor chord with the B, and then I just copied it up. As I said, I just rendered it out, and for the effects, I have this synth warmer again on there, then this Simple Fruity Delay 3, which just adds like a little bit of delay, obviously. This Valhalla Vintage Drop on its default settings, I just tweaked the mix, the pre-delay, and the decay just to not make it stop like right here. And I have this EQ on there where I just cut out some of the frequencies that I didn't really like, cut off some of the lows, and ducked some of the highs. Now both of these ups together are sounding like this. And now for the vocal, I picked like a really simple vocal, which still has harmonies though. And as you can see for the effects, because it had some effects on there, I have this fresh air with the mid and high air to 27%. Then this Valhalla Vintage Verb where I tweaked the mix, the decay, the pre-delay, and the low cut. And this EQ where I just cut out some of the lows, ducked some of the like lower mids. And now for the vocal, as you can see, I chopped it up so the up has like time to play basically. And now as you can see right here, these are the 3 like main sounds I would say. But for the vocal, as I told y'all, I basically just cut it out right here just to let the up have its like moment, I would say. And the same thing goes on for the last bar right here. But then I have a part which I just told y'all where the vocal basically just plays through but the up isn't there. And then I have a part where the vocal isn't there at all but the up basically just plays. And I'm gonna play out the full vocal so you can get a hang of what the full vocal sounds like. So as I said, as you can see right here, when I just put it on there, this part is cut out and this part is cut out in the first vocal. The second vocal sounded like this. Then I have some drums and a vinyl texture in there, which is so important because it makes the sample sound full without making it like full, I would say, with like melodic instruments or with like a lot of reverb or something like that. So I just added this simple drum loop right here. And as you can see, for the effects, it's simple again. I just have this fresh air with the mid air to 23%, the high air to 20%, this Valhalla vintage drop with these settings, then this simple EQ, and that's basically all I did. As you can see, I lowered the volume by a lot. And then for the vinyl, I just dragged it in, lowered the volume by a lot, put it on the 13th mixer track, and there I just played with this EQ right here. And that's really all I did for the texture sounds, and both these together are sounding like this. And then before I show y'all the mastering technique, which makes the sample so much better, I will show y'all the bass line. And I used the late night bass out of Frag 2 again. And as you can see, I just left it on its default settings and laid down this bass line, which is really simple. But again, it's the sound selection. And the sound selection for this sample right here was so important because y'all can rebuild it, use some different sounds, like maybe not like as high quality sounds. And you will see that it won't sound as good because, as I said, picking the right sounds is the most important thing when it comes to making samples. And that's like another example because, as you can see on my bass track right here, I didn't tweak anything. I didn't even tweak the volume. And as you can see, I rendered the bass line out and it sounds like this. And now, which made the sample so much better, is this mastering chain. And the mastering chain contains this L1 limiter, which basically makes the sample louder. This sound shifted pitch 0, where I pitched the whole sample down by 2. This simple 3D parametric EQ, where I cut the bass, or basically ducked the bass, I think, for about a decibel. This simple soothe with these settings right here. I basically have the ear-friendly Top on Master 2 preset, but I tweaked it like a little bit, so it just removes the harshness of the sample. And that's all I have on the mastering chain for this sample. I just rendered it out afterwards, as you can see right here. Pitch it up by 1, mode to stretch, declicking mode to generic. Put the same soothe on there that I had on the master as well. And the finished sample with these two parts right here is sounding like this.
Drake asking for the drums to be taken out of a track, or for me to lo-fi an entire song. And then me realizing that I could, and that it would give a unique perspective on his message.
So yeah guys, thank y'all for watching this video till the end. And the first thing I want to say is I put so much effort in this video, so I would really appreciate y'all just leaving a like, to subscribe, and to comment on what you think of this video and of the sample. That would really help me, so please don't forget to do that. Just take these like 5 seconds and do it for me, please. And if you haven't already and want to level up, make sure to check out my kid store, which is called Lucaland. The link for that is in the description as well. Plus you will get a personalized discount code when you just go onto the site, so go crazy with these kids. A lot of royalty free stuff in there as well. Plus you can send back beats and samples for placement, so I will send them out as well. And I don't want to make the auto too long. Thank y'all so much for watching till the end. And yeah, as I said, don't forget to leave a like, to subscribe, and to comment. That would really help me. And yeah guys, see y'all next Sunday.